Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see by the title and by the car that is right here behind me, today we're going to be looking at the 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo. This is probably the craziest car I've ever driven and definitely the most expensive car I've reviewed on my channel. So thank you to Porsche Vancouver for giving me the Taycan for the day so that I could make this video and review it for you guys. So today we're gonna go over some of my favorite features about it. I'm gonna just show you guys a really honest review of what I think of this car, because you guys know I drive a Tesla, and because now Porsche has an electric car, I feel like it's very fitting to kind of see what they're all about and see like what Porsche's done to kind of keep up with that competition. So yeah, this is the car right here. Do a little walk around really quick because this car is absolutely insane the way it looks. Such a beautiful car. This has aftermarket rims on it as well. These are Vossen 21-inch rims. And if we get a little bit closer, you guys can see, look how big these ceramic brakes are. This is unreal. All right, so the color of this car is Carrera white, and I feel like if we're starting with the exterior, definitely one thing that stood out to me when I first saw this car was the front, and I feel like the front stood out because of the running lights that the new Porsches have. I really like how they look. I feel like it just gives it a more, like a different, unique look from other cars, and definitely more modern. Another thing is you guys can kind of see like the shape where the white is down here, and then also the black up here kind of going into the lights. There's a lot of like aerodynamic features on this car that kind of make it more efficient. So the air goes straight through here and goes over the tires and then goes down the side of the car. Then you also got the car lowering on air suspension, so it gets super low to the ground. And then also on the back of the car, there's a wing that opens up when you're going a certain speed and you have it in Sport Plus. This wing will actually come up. And so there's a bunch of different aerodynamic features on this car that I feel like Porsche really thought through, especially because you're trying to make it more efficient for your battery and save range and stuff. So yeah, they did a really good job with that, but definitely one of my favorite angles is the front. All right, so if we walk around to the side, this is probably one of my favorite angles just looking at the car. It looks so sporty. It's so cool. Like, look how big the rims are on this thing. And also this has the sport package on it, so it has black gloss around the windows. And I feel like for a car that's this sporty and this fast and has this type of performance, to have 4 seats is unreal. Like, that's such a cool feature. Another really cool thing is the door handles. So I'll show you guys how that works. When you walk up to the car, they're down right now and you just put your hand under it and they pop up. So super easy. Making our way to the back of the car. Another crazy good angle of it. It's definitely been a trend in the last couple of years with these light bars going through the back of the car. But I feel like on this car, it definitely makes sense. Electric car just kind of gives it that more electric feel when you just see it being very sleek and like the lights are so thin. So yeah, it has this really nice, like, look how cool that is. It's just so thin, like so minimalistic on the back of this car. And even though there's no big mufflers or anything sticking out the back, you guys can just see how aggressive they've still made it. And like with these back tires, these things are so thick. You guys might know from other Porsches, they do a really good job just with how like wide the cars are. So yeah, the outside of this car is unreal. I don't know if you guys can tell by just my excitement in this video, but I'm just super pumped to see other automakers making electric cars. I felt like for the longest time it was like just Tesla being talked about, but now because other car makers are coming into it, it's making it so fun to see what kind of differences they can do in each car. So with Porsche, I feel like one of the most amazing things that I've felt in this car is the quality of how it's built. Now I'm going to talk about the interior a little bit more in a second, but I just feel like even by the exterior and just showing you guys some of these different features, like, and just the way that it looks, some electric cars look super ugly, whereas how could you ever say that this thing is ugly? This is like so nice. This thing has 670 horsepower. It also goes 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, 100 kilometers per hour, and it's got an 800 volt battery. Okay, so to open up the front, I just got to hold this button right here and it pops up. This one actually has a latch on it. The Teslas don't have a latch on the front, which I kind of like having the latch, but when you pull it up, this is the amount of space that's in here. So they have the charger, which is right here, which is super nice to have. But yeah, looking at the front here, it's very deep. I wouldn't say that it's like the widest trunk space or frunk space, but I feel like it's okay. Like it's not that big, but I mean, at the end of the day, how much stuff are you actually putting in the front of your car? So I feel like it's a perfect place for your charger, and you could probably just keep that in there. You also have your windshield washer fluid up here, but that's about it for the front of the car. Definitely, I feel like there's a lot of space up here, and I don't know exactly what's underneath all of that, but if they did eventually make it a little bit bigger in the front, I feel like it would be kind of handy. All right, so moving around to the back definitely has some space in it. I'll show you guys. To open it, you just push this button right here, and when it opens up, you guys will see I have just like tripods and stuff back there, but there's so much room back here. You could put like a full-size suitcase and then a little suitcase back here if you wanted. There's also this little space that opens up right here, which you could put even more stuff in if you wanted. And then there's wells on the each like side of this car, so kind of nice. You also have a 12-volt right here, which always comes in handy if you get like a flat tire or something. So yeah, lots of space. Also has the automatic trunk that closes. So I'm very impressed with what Porsche's done with this car. That's just the outside of it. I feel like now we're gonna get into the good stuff and talk about all the cool features it has. But yeah, just look at how cool that looks. So awesome. So yeah, let's go into the interior and see what we got in here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna sit on the passenger side just so that I can give you guys a better view of what it's like to actually sit on the driver's side. But okay, we're sitting in here, and first thing that I notice is how much room I actually have in the passenger seat. So when you're sitting in a sports car, one of the main things that you don't have is space. But when you're in this Taycan, like look how much space I have. My legs are almost fully extended. My seat isn't even all the way back. Like there's still that much room back there. And also, I feel like I have so much more room to like put things around me. Like look how big this space is over here. You also have more space that's under here. When I'm sitting here, there's actually another option that you can get for the Taycan, where you can get another screen that actually pops up right here, so that you would actually be able to control like the music and everything from right here in front of you. But this model doesn't have it, obviously. So this is what the infotainment section and driver's side and everything looks like over here. Such a cool modern look to it. So first screen that we're gonna look at is this bottom screen right here. This actually does a lot of the controls for the top screen. So this is where all of your climate control features are, along with the way that you put in like navigation settings or where you wanna go. So if we look at it a little bit closer, all of your climate control features are at the top here. If you want to put that on, you just touch it. It has the haptic touch, so when you touch it, you can actually feel it like going in. Even though this screen just looks like it's stationary and doesn't move, when you touch it, you can actually feel it. This has heated seats and it has cooling seats, which is really nice. So on the bottom here, this is where it's like a drawing pad. You can draw like the letters to the destination that you want to go to, and it'll put it into this screen up here. And then also you have a charge button right here where you push that, brings up your charge. You push this one and that will, you can open up your frunk or your trunk. And then also you have a little volume button here in case you don't want to use the one that's on your steering wheel. So that's kind of like this screen down here. You can also, when you touch these like on the top of the screen, it controls this screen as well. So if you want to go right to your navigation, you just touch that. If you want to go right to your music, you can touch that, goes right to your music. And yeah, so on and so forth. So that's the bottom screen. Definitely pretty cool, really easy to use. I like how it feels to touch it. Moving up to this top screen here, this is kind of the main screen, whatever you want to call it. When you get to your main menu, you can see all of the different buttons that you have here. So probably the main ones are going to be these top ones here: navigation, media, phone, and settings. But the navigation in this car is actually really good. I like it. When you're touching and moving things around, it is so responsive to your touch, which is something that just shows that it's a good like infotainment system. I also like here on the side, it shows that your phone is connected, and it also shows like some of these things here. So this shows that the air inside the car is like circulating, and then it also shows just 2 other buttons showing that it knows where you are navigation wise. So yeah, if we go back to the main screen and we go down one, there's a little car over here that brings you to your drive modes. So right here you guys can see that the different drive modes are range, which helps you with your range, obviously. You got normal, which when you put it in normal mode, I feel like it kind of just gives you a comfortable driving experience. I had it mostly on normal mode today, but I feel like after we get driving, I'm gonna try to put it into Sport Plus and Sport and see what it's like. So yeah, there's the Sport mode, which basically is a more sportier version. Then you got your Sport Plus, which is the crazy fast, intense launch control mode that brings your car from 0 to 103 seconds, which is unreal. And then you have an individual mode. So if you want to be more of like driving with a lot of range, but you want it to feel very sporty when you're driving, like sports suspension, you can put it on the individual mode and basically pick what you want. So those are the different modes that it has. Then if we go over here, you can pick like the chassis. So it could be the Sport or the Sport Plus. You can do your air suspension, so you can either lift it or lower it. It has this right here, which is the recuperation, which basically is the regenerative braking. So when you put this on, when you take your foot off the gas and it then starts braking, the car will actually use 90% of the braking to then charge the battery. And then the last thing, which is probably the coolest on here, is the electric sport sound. So I don't know any other like cars that have this, but you can put on the electric sport sound, and when you push the pedal, it actually makes like a sporty electric noise. So when you're driving, it feels like you're driving a sports car, but you're not driving anything that has a gas-powered engine, so it doesn't make any sound. So they have that like sound in there. Really cool. I actually really like how it sounds. I'll play it when we're actually driving the car. But that is kind of the screen that they have here. That's the home menu, your driving features. And another thing that I think is kind of cool is when you want to change where the air is going in this car, I thought that you just like grab this and move it around, but these are actually fixed in here, so you can't move them. So what you have to do is go to climate. And once you're in climate, you can like do individual, and then you can actually just drag these things around to adjust where your air is going. So that's pretty cool. I like that feature. They also have a bunch of other like different climate control features in here. Like if you want to adjust where the air is going or whatnot, you can do that in there. But yeah, that is the home screen. That is the climate control screen. You got a cool little clock up there. That's signature Porsche. So those are some of the features on the infotainment system. If we look a little bit closer, you guys will see here in the center console, the main thing that sticks out is 2 cup holders, which I don't really understand. Maybe they were just going for the more relaxed, chill interior vibe. But yeah, just in case you need it, you got 2 massive cup holders here right in the middle. I actually really like how the Taycan logo is right here. I feel like that makes it look really cool. So then inside here is actually your storage compartment for your center console. So when you open it, this is what it looks like. It's not too deep. It's not like big in any sense. There's 2 USB-C ports in there. You also get a lighter port. And then this actually is really cool. So when you take your phone, you can actually put your phone in here, and that is a wireless charger, which is really nice. Like it fits in there so nicely. I feel like that's such a cool place to put it. But yeah, let's get onto the driver's side and take a look at some stuff that's over there. Kind of feels like you're getting into a race car. It definitely feels low. All right, so sitting in the driver's side, definitely first thing that stands out to me that looks super modern, futuristic, makes the car look like a 2020 electric Porsche is this screen that you have right in front of you, where all of your like gauge cluster usually is like all on this one screen right here. So on the left side here, you guys will see this is where all of your lights are. So you can put your daylights on, you can put your auto on, you can put your fog lights on. It has all the features over there. If we move into the middle of the screen here, you guys will see that this is actually where your map is. So I'm not on the best road right now to show you guys exactly what the maps looks like, but as you can see, I'm on one road right there. But also at the bottom of that screen, you got your kilometer range. So I got 205 left. You also have your lane keep assist right there, which if you cross over any lanes, it'll tell you that you're going over. Now I have it in range mode. So it says that the max kilometers that the car will want to go to is 90 kilometers to help you save that battery. Now, if I change it, I can go over to normal mode. And that's gonna take away like the range thing down there, and also take away like the preferred speed that the car is going. But if we come a little bit further onto the right side of this screen, this is where the traction control is. You also have your suspension right here, which we'll put it in that like sport chassis mode. And then you also have your raising and lowering, and then you can put this button to whatever you want it to be. They also have one right here on the steering wheel, which is kind of nice to have because then you can customize where you want some buttons. Now, if we're looking at the steering wheel, definitely really cool to look at. The Porsche logo, I feel like it just looks good in general. All right, so when we're looking at the steering wheel, this is definitely something nice to look at. I feel like there's very little buttons on the steering wheel. You guys can see here that this is your voice command mode, so you can talk to the car. This is also your volume button. And then on this side, you have your phone button. You got this button to go back and forth on the screen that's up there. And then you also have this button, which you can kind of switch between what you want to see on your screen there. So you can change, you can see the G-force, you can see your speedometer, you can also see your phone and your battery and all kinds of things up there. And then you have your drive mode button, which is really cool. So you can change between all the different drive modes that are part of the car by just flicking this little button right here. And that's basically the steering wheel. It has the memory seating, so when you get into the car, if there's 2 people driving it or 3 people driving it, you can adjust it so that it just goes back to wherever you had it. And then also down here is where your controls are for your windows and stuff. So this car actually has the InnoDrive in it as well, which is Porsche's version of like a very good bunch of safety features. So you got your lane keep assist, you got your vehicle and pedestrian avoidance. So a bunch of cool features with the InnoDrive. So when we're looking at the back seats, these are what the back seats look like. Really cool, like almost like bucket seats, but they do have room back there. So you guys will see like there's actually a ton of room. And as you guys saw, I was sitting in that chair with my legs fully stretched out, and you still have room back there. And also, you get this middle piece right here that comes down, and guess what? You got more cup holders, which is kind of cool. Also, to make things better, you have 2 USB-C ports right there, and then you also have heated seats. So right here, your 2 heated seats, and the people in the back seats are comfortable. Now I think that's it for the interior. Went over basically everything. I can't really think of anything else that I missed. But now we're gonna take it on a drive and see what it's actually like to drive this crazy fast 4-seater car. This is unreal. Like I'm loving this car more and more that I talk about it. So let's take it on a drive and see how it does. The Porsche Taycan actually has a really comfortable, nice, like luxurious, easygoing drive to it when it's in range mode. And it definitely has that kick still in there where when you put your foot down, you can definitely feel the power. But I like how it just has that really comfortable drive mode. Now I'm on the furthest, backest, countryest, mountainous road that I could find. Just so that we can try the launch control, because I feel like that's definitely something that is important in this car. Another really crazy part about this car is the electric sound that it has. So I just turned it on, and if I push the gas, I'm not sure if you can hear it in the camera, but yeah, it makes a really cool noise. I like the fact that you can turn it off. If it was something that I had to listen to all the time when I was driving this car, I think that I would get kind of tired of it over time. But it's nice every once in a while when you put it, I guess, in Sport Plus, and you can kind of, I don't know, bring it somewhere and just pretend like you're driving a car that has a loud engine in it. Another thing that I really like about this car is the screen. When you're looking at the like your dashboard right here, and you're looking at your main gauge cluster, I really like how it gives you the functions. It's almost like the Audi, how you can like customize what you want to be on your gauge cluster. I really like that. I feel like it's such a cool way to be able to customize your car to the way that you like it. So yeah, the seats are nice. It's got the heated seats. I have that on right now. I actually didn't realize, but the heated steering wheel button is down under the steering wheel. I'll show you guys that when I stop. But I'm gonna turn the camera around really quick just so that you guys can see what this looks like. This is unreal. Look at this weather. So I'm on top of like a mountain that's really close to where I live. and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna get out really quick. I didn't think I was gonna do this when we were actually driving the car, but just wanna show you guys what it looks like around here, just because it is like such a beautiful day out. And now that it's winter, I feel like everything just kind of looks better when it's sunny out. But guys, this car is absolutely beautiful. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite cars that I've driven. Look how cool this looks, especially with the snow, and the sun is now coming out, so it's gonna be coming out somewhere around here. Just look how nice it is. It's great. I love the design that they did on this car. Just beautiful. And last night, I had to plug it in, and so this side has the fast charger option, and then on the other side, it actually has just a regular charging port. So this isn't the fast charger side, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I had no issues charging last night. I just looked up on the app PlugShare and found a plug that was near me, and I went and there was nobody there, and I plugged it in. Super nice. But yeah, so this is where we are right now. What a beautiful place. So let's get back in the car, show you guys some more features about it. So we are on a back road, and there's nobody around, so I'm gonna try the launch control. So you gotta put it in Sport Plus, and then put your foot down all the way on the brake, put your foot down all the way on the gas, and launch control activated. Whoa! Oh my god! Holy! Holy crap! That's insane. There's no way that when you're launching like that, that you could lift your head forward. Like, you have to have your head on the back of the headrest, or else you would get such bad whiplash. Holy crap. So this car goes 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Wow, that is so impressive. I think the battery on this is around 400 kilometers, which is pretty good. Like, it's not that bad, considering that like in my Model 3 I never run out of battery usually, and mine has, yeah, roughly around the same. So another thing that I really like, the car hugs the road like crazy. You can go into these corners and the car does not have any roll feel at all. That's definitely due to the weight of the car, and also the all-wheel drive, and also the crazy suspension and the lowering and all of that. So definitely feels like a race car when you want it to be a race car. So I gotta say, overall, this car is absolutely amazing. It is very expensive. If you do have $195,000 and you really like Porsche and you want to feel like you're driving the ultimate Porsche sports race car, this is 100% the car that you should get. It's fully electric, which is unreal. It has fast charging capabilities, which there's a lot of chargers now in the world. So yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna be doing a lot more car stuff, so I'm sure if you guys stick around, the videos will only get better and better. So yeah, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.